Today on Mike Attempts, installing tractor pie weights. In a previous video, I replaced the rear rims on my Ford tractor. I didn't refill the tires with liquid ballast because I planned on using these pie weights instead. I'm going to start by cleaning out the bolt holes in the center plates. Probably the easiest and cheapest way to accomplish this is to just cut some slits in a bolt. Now we've got a place for all the rusty grit to go. I cleaned up the edges of the cuts with a thread file. Without the slits, the grit wouldn't be able to get out of the bolt's way, which could cause more damage to the threads. If you don't want to make your own, you can buy thread chasers that work the same way. Now simply thread the bolt into each hole to clean them up. Be sure to clean out the slits between holes. Time to get the center plates ready for paint. Each plate weighs around 48 pounds. When using a wire wheel, be sure you're up to date on your tetanus shot and try to avoid working at crotch height. I asked Santa for a leather apron, so that should keep my gut from looking like a pincushion in the future. Primed, and painted. These flange nut studs will replace the lug nuts to allow mounting of the center plates. But before I can do that, they all have varying amounts of thread damage. An inexpensive thread file can fix them with a little elbow grease. If you have a lot to do, gloves will keep your fingers from getting chewed up. Stop periodically to check your progress with a nut. You don't want to remove any more metal than necessary. The nut will help you locate the spots that need more attention. If you'd like to know more about the thread file, my previous video goes into a bit more detail. It took some time, but they're all done. Cleaned up, primed, and painted. Now to prep the weights. Each one of these weighs 30 pounds. Installed, they'll add 820 pounds to the tractor, 410 pounds per wheel. Alright, ready to watch me do that 23 more times? Just kidding, I'll spare you. Then there was lots of priming, followed by lots of painting. I did the bolt heads too, because I'm not an animal. Remove the lug nuts one at a time. And replace them with the flange nut studs. Slide on the plate and secure it with the lug nuts. I finished tightening the lugs with the breaker bar. I picked up a box of 5/8 inch hardened washers and a pack of standard garden hose washers. I'll leave links in the description below. The old rubber washers are thicker, but they have the same inside diameter. The rubber washers are only used to prevent the bolts from falling out when installing or removing the weights. Starting at the top, line up the first pie weight with the notch in the plate. Make sure it's fully seated and tighten the bolt. Repeat the process for the top half of the plate. This weight just misses the valve stem. I have enough room to remove the cap, but I doubt I'd be able to get an air chuck on there. I could unbolt the centers and swap both rims and tires to the opposite sides so the valve stems would be on the inside, but that sounds like too much work. Rotate the wheel so the 6 installed weights are at the bottom, then install the rest. It's much easier to be assisted by gravity than to fight it. Do the same on the other side, and you're done. Feel free to rate this video, add your comments and questions below, and subscribe for more.